This week's guest is a good friend of mine, Mr. Jason Butler. Jason Butler was a financial advisor for 27 years. When I first came into the profession, he was a big inspiration for me. He was one of the leading lights, one of the top planners in the game. As I said, he likes to challenge the status quo, which is great. So he's not a yes man. So now he's pursuing a career speaking, writing, and helping more people on general financial well-being.
So your experience as a financial advisor for 25 years, what have you learned from looking after humans and money for 25 years?
Dearie me. Well, that's an enormous, that's a big question. But here's the thing that I've learned is that there's no such thing as perfection in any aspect of life, and particularly in relation to finances. And you're going to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. The key is not to make the same mistake twice. But more importantly, there's so much more ability for people to make better decisions and learn good habits and use money in a way which is in tune with what's important to them. There's much more awareness and means for people to actually do that than there was 25 years ago. 25 years ago when I was, 27 years ago, in fact, when I came into the profession, there wasn't the internet, there wasn't access to thought leadership and good quality stuff that there is now. And I see, obviously I listen to your podcast and other people's podcasts, TED Talks, fantastic books, etc. There's a much more body of work out there that people can draw inspiration from. And then on top of that, you've got technology and so on. So I think what I've learned is that what hasn't changed is that people have a quite complicated relationship with money. And I count myself in this because I grew up in a very, very poor family. We had literally our idea of money management was borrowing money to spend on things that we needed and trying not to pay it back. So Fridays was always the debt collector came round to get his payment, and we had to hide and make out we weren't in. So you can imagine that's quite a tough life lesson to learn.
So it sounds exciting.
Yeah, well, possibly. But the point was that I think everyone has a complicated relationship with money. Some people have a less complicated relationship than others. Some have baggage. Some have more healthy views and so on. And these things can help or hinder you. So we are who we are. And humans, we all see things differently. So in other words, if I was talking to a client, sometimes I would think to myself, well, why are they making these choices? Or why is this important to them? I can't understand that.
Yeah, what's the reality behind this? Yeah.
That's their life, and we look at things through our own prism. So I've learned that we're all different, we're all imperfect, we all have a complicated relationship with money. But increasingly in my work with financial well-being, what I've realised is that whilst it's simple to actually manage money and manage wealth and make good financial decisions, it's not easy.
It's not easy, yeah.
And there are certain things that you can do, but here's the big thing: the more you can understand what's good and what matters to you and the role that money plays in your life, then generally speaking, you're setting yourself up for making good decisions and having good outcomes.